So I'm going to make a statement now. When discipline and desire get married, they produce delight. And I'm going to make another statement. This is not a democracy, it's a theocracy. So if you saw the other video where I talked about him coming after you with romantic intent because you were the people of his power, the people of his inheritance, and he was restoring the creator-creature relationship. When he begins to come to you with discipline, it's because he loves you. The Lord loves those, he disciplines those whom he loves, it tells us in Hebrews, and we do find that ever so difficult. The D word, unless it's delight, we don't really want it, but the D word is absolutely essential if you're going to grow. If you look at the letters that Paul sent in the epistles there, really if you unpick them, it's all about discipline. Don't be like this, be like that. You've got to change from one place to another. You're on a journey. You're discovering what it means to be the people of God. You're discovering what it means to have his DNA, and you're discovering what it means to be trained for reigning. When the royal children were little, in fact, Prince George, the littlest one now, he's going to school soon. And his mum and dad have chosen a school for him. It isn't going to be easy for him. In fact, for him it's going to be probably harder than normal children, because there is a behaviour that will be expected of that child that will be above and beyond the behaviour of ordinary children. It just could be that it's the same for you. That the behaviour that Father expects from you is going to be way beyond the children around you. And I'm not talking to literal children, but spiritual children. Because Paul lists the things in Galatians and in Corinthians that will stop you coming into everything God has got for you, which is called your inheritance. He says, some of you were like this once, don't be like it anymore. And these things will prevent you from inheriting. You can look them up yourself. I'm not going to give you a lecture this morning. This is a chat, just to put you on the right lines. But have a look sometime to see the things that make you not inherit. Know this, he says, that those who do X, Y, and Z cannot inherit the kingdom. Now, inheritance of the kingdom is all about the presence of the King. All the fruit of the Spirit, the fullness of Jesus within you. And when he comes, you see, beloved, he comes to take over, and he's already warned us that that's what he's going to do. So if we're very wise, we'll have a quick look and identify the things that we might be doing that actually are not lining up with royal children, and make a mid-course correction, and then he won't have to come with his discipline. He won't have to do it. But correction, we have to understand, is not rejection. Now, many of us will take correction as rejection. If we've been rejected as children, and most of us have in one way or another, any correction that comes, we'll take it as being a rejection and will respond or react accordingly. Bit like a prickly pear, really. Can't get anywhere near it. Doesn't matter where you touch it, the prickles are sticking out. But you're your own worst enemy when you do that. When you react rather than responding towards those who love you, because whom the Lord loves, he corrects. And he loves you. If he didn't correct you, it would mean that he didn't love you. You know, the safest children are those that actually have got boundaries, those whose mums do nag them, not the ones who let them run off. There's that story, isn't there? I don't know where it came from, of a man who was about to be taken to the gallows. He was on the back of the cart, and as they put the rope around his neck, he saw his mother in the crowd. And he said the chilling words to her, "It's because of you that I'm here." It's because you never corrected me. You let me go out and steal. You let me go out and commit adultery. You let me go out and do all those things that you knew I shouldn't do. So when the Creator comes to correct His created, see it as the loving hand of a Father who knows what's best for you, who wants the absolute best for you. Don't settle for the good. The good is the enemy of the best. He wants the best, the very best for you. And He wants you to reign and rule, and He wants you to have a reward. But He can't reward you if you insist on living in a democracy rather than a theocracy. So have another think this morning. I hope you're persuaded. God bless you.